Today we're going to look at JapanesePod101.com video lessons, and what better way to start than to take a look at beginner level or introduction level writing lesson for Japanese, so the hiragana and the katakana series. So this is how their lessons look like. Let's take a quick scroll down. So there are a few sections to the lesson. There's the vocabulary section, there's the lesson notes, the lesson transcript, and the comments, and of course the lesson itself.
Hi everyone, I'm Risa. Welcome to Basic Japanese Writing. In this series, I'm going to teach you how to master the Japanese alphabet in the fastest, easiest, and most fun way. Did you know written Japanese actually uses...
You can speed up the player so you can speed up your learning. I like to do that with audio lessons to test my listening and just to get through a 5-minute lesson in 3 minutes or less. So this is a lesson that's great for beginners. Looks like a complete introduction to the hiragana vowels and shows you how to write them. Now, what do we have for the vocabulary section? These are the vocabulary that are presented inside the lesson, and you can send these to your flashcard deck so you can study this with your flashcard. You can send them to the word bank so that you can review them later, or you can take a quiz and see how well you remember them. Now, there's the lesson notes, which delve deeper into the lesson. And you can download it as a PDF, and if you want to read along, now I don't think there's a need to read along with a writing lesson. What you really need to be doing here is you need to have a pen and paper so you can follow along. But it's always good to have the word-for-word transcript so you can read just in case you're interested. And of course, there's the comment section for participation. Now, video lessons, in my opinion, are a very powerful way to learn because, one, you're listening, two, you're watching. So that's 2 senses being activated, and the more senses activated, the more involved you are, the more engaged you are, the better you understand. This lesson covers writing. Let's say we finished it and marked it as again. Let's say we finished it. Let's move on to the next lesson in line. There's the K column.
Hi everyone, new sounds. How it stick. Once we add this mark is called dakuten or tenten. It is made up of 2 lines that look like a quotation mark symbol, and it's put on the upper right corner of the character. The dakuten makes the consonant of the syllable voiced. So ka with a dakuten.
So on top of the writing lessons, which they have quite a bit of, as you can tell, this is a 20 lesson course. They also have a lot more different courses. So your questions answered by Hiroko, basic Japanese, innovative Japanese, Japanese body language, gestures just for fun, kanji videos, pronunciation. This would be very important to know.
Fast, accessible, and comprehensive way. In this lesson, you will learn 2 keys to mastering Japanese pronunciation. First, Japanese pronunciation is comparatively easy, but the
very powerful series for you to take. Kanji videos with Hiroko, and as you can see, from introduction to beginner to intermediate to advanced, there's a lot to cover here. For advanced, these lessons are completely in Japanese. This is great if you want to practice your listening skills and your reading skills at the same time. Obviously, this is very challenging, but you do get the dialogue here, so you can read along. You get all the vocabulary that's introduced inside the lesson. You get the lesson transcript as usual. And comments, of course, there's going to be a lot less on the advanced lessons because if you think about it, there are a lot more beginners than there are advanced speakers. But even if you're a beginner, it would be a great practice to come to an advanced lesson, put yourself to the test, sweat a little bit, listen along, see if you can review it again and again, see if you can understand every word, and whatever word you're missing, try to fill in these gaps. So actually, I think that's one mistake that they avoid the hard stuff. They go for the easy stuff. You know, it's like going to the gym. If you're gonna avoid the big weights, you're never gonna get the muscle that you want. If you're gonna stick with the small weights, you're just gonna stay small. So there's a lot in general. My most favorite ones are, of course, the listening series, which are for all absolute beginners, beginners, intermediate, and advanced. And similar to the lesson that we just watched, this is just a way to test your listening skills.
First, you'll see an image and hear a question. Next comes a short diagram.
プレゼンで使っている2つのグラフはどれですか?
You get the translations here just in case. Very powerful.
お配りした資料をご覧ください。左側のグラフは過去3年間の弊社の売上高の推移と今年の実績予想となっております。また、右側が今年10月までの月別売上
So that's how the video lessons work. There's not much to it. You listen, you take notes. If it's a writing lesson, you definitely should have a pen and paper out. If it's a listening lesson, you should definitely review it as much as possible. Again, don't watch it just once. Watch it 3 times, 4 times, 100 times. Actually, anyone that's watched and listened and reviewed this 100 times, I guarantee you they are a dangerous Japanese learner, and they're probably a lot better than you. So, review is always the name of the game. And that's about it for Japanese Pod 101 video lessons. At the moment, they have quite a lot. According to their website, they have over 2,580 audio and video lessons. So, it's quite a bit. And that's it. Go ahead and check it out. The link is in the description.